Watch it, you little imp. Can't you see I'm working here? I'm setting up the track list for tonight. Buzz off already. What? Let me... Hold on. What? What is it? What's so important that you have to tell me right this second? Just because Suzette's been shopping around for another little plaything doesn't mean I have to bend over backwards for her. Much less you. She doesn't pay my rent. So this had better be good. This had better be good. You want to interview me? For your book? Jeez. Why don't you just ask me if I wanted to be exploited? It'd be way more honest. No thanks. You really don't see the problem here, do you? Typical. It's always your types who always do this kind of thing. Well, by your types, I meant snobbish, arrogant nerds who think they're worthy of the sainthood for the smallest acts of tolerance. But yeah, sure, human racist. Why not? Makes me easier to ignore, right? Look, I understand what you're trying to do here, and I understand that you think you're doing a good job, and you know what? Good for you. But, if you allow me to play devil's advocate, no, that is not a pun. Get off my ass. And don't come near me with that damn tape recorder. You know what? I don't even know why I tried. Goodbye, little reporter. Go be a prick somewhere else. I told you, leave me alone. Well, damn me if I don't want to be the spokesperson for my entire species, asshole. You ever think about that? You line all of us up in our Sunday best and ask us to say our parts that, oh, no matter what species we are, we're all the same inside, or I'm one of the good ones, not like those others. Because that's the only way any greater society would ever accept us. They'd have to accept the best of the best of the best of our kinds, and guess what? Guess fucking what, asshole? In the eyes of greater society, you aren't going to find the best of the best of the best in a strip club, much less one that caters to such unusual human tastes. I've never seen a liminal once looking for service at this bar. Servicing, yes, but receiving service, no. This isn't a place for us. We are the goods sold at market, not the ones selling them. At the very least, give me the chance to sell the goods I want to sell. Of course you'd say that. Of course you would. I can't stand you little rat race riders. Always looking for the next scoop. The next story that'll allow you to climb higher and higher up the New York's bestseller list. I understand you, of course. But I can't stand the sight of you. I suppose I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't no matter what, aren't I? If I don't appear in your stupid little book, then there's a good chance that the book won't normalize demons like me in these kind of fields in non-sexualized positions. But if I do, then the crass, fast-talking, snarky demon is all these people will ever see. Like, I get it. I'm an archetypal demon. But that's just my personality. That's just what I'm like. But that's what every demon is like. So the boss hired me thinking I was a succubus of all things because all demons look the same to that guy. The jackass. If you write anything else down, I'll just break your hand and save you the trouble next time. Are demons like actual biblical demons? Do you hear yourself? Why are you asking me? Open up a book sometime. You're an author. Do your own damn research. It was your kind that called us demons, you know? The fact that we matched your depictions so uncannily probably helped in that, but we're not like the demons of fiction. We have no inclination towards any kind of perceived moral bankruptcy than anybody else. Suspicion is just more likely to be cast on a demon than somebody like a mermaid. The wings are also vestigious, if that adds insult to injury, by the by. Succubi and incubi aren't inherently sexual creatures either, since I might as well put that liminal species biology minor to use. They just feed on chemical energy that's the most easily found during sexual acts. It's a circumstantial assumption, like how more people are killed by dogs every day than sharks, because most people are in the middle of the ocean on a day-to-day basis. Do you have any more basic biology questions you could have simply looked up on your own time for Miss Crofters? You're just so fascinating, and I want you to understand the nitty-gritty, embarrassing biology of my species so bad, because you're so interesting. Oh! Document me, writer! You see? You see what I'm doing? That's my Hissette impression. Honestly, if I have to hear her call you her little mouse again, I'm gonna throw up. Preferably on a really hard-to-reach area of her tail, I swear to God. So, how have you been violating her privacy for profit? Ask how wide she can unhinge her jaws, playing to the rumor that Lamias have been willing to eat many a strange cat. Ask how she does the quote-unquote it. I don't know how obvious I can make this, but I have very low standards for the both of you. She'd probably tell you if you of all people asked, of course. She'd probably tell you anything if you of all people asked, of course. You asked her what? About her girlfriends? You're practically asking to tear them apart at that rate. My answers were something you could get from a Google search. You're asking for the intimate details of still living people's lives. There are only so many liminal bars in the country, let alone the world. You don't think that people wouldn't try to connect the dots to find us? Ruin our little Eden? It's not paradise. But it could be. You're just gonna make it all the harder to accomplish that. Get out. Get out of my sight. Hissette and I may not be anything close to friends. Hell, I'd barely even call her an acquaintance. But I'll always be on her side of the story before I'd ever jump to yours. Think about the consequences of your actions next time around. Special thanks to my dears, Matt and Jojo Binks97, and my lover, Raven Tress. I apologize for not posting this message in last week's video, but it's here now, and I guess that's what's important. If you're interested in getting sneak previews of scripts and new videos, or just supporting me in general, you can be just like these lovely people and support me on Patreon. I hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you guys again real soon.